everyone, this is Julie. Welcome back to Nobody's Beauty Guru. Today I am here with a new, for me, kind of a video. I am going to be revisiting a haul that I did on September 25th, which was my very first haul on this channel. I'm going to revisit it, let you know what I'm still using, how I think these products are performing, if I've even tried them at all, what I've unhauled and decluttered, and just give you my general thoughts on the things that I bought on September 25th. So we're going to jump right into it because it was a relatively large-ish haul, part drugstore, part haute look, part high-end, but found through TJ Maxx. It's a combination of things, so we're going to go through it all right now. I'm going to give you my thoughts. I got the Wet n Wild palette. I believe it was the something cafe. I have decluttered it, and you will see that in my declutter video when that goes up. Swatched it at best. I never used it. The reviews on it were pretty awful, and I realized I just had way too many neutrals and I wasn't going to use it, so I'm giving it to a women's shelter. So that was my first declutter. I also got a whole bunch of the Kat Von D Shade and Light blushes. I believe I got 5 of these, and I'm only keeping this one blush. After swatching them and seeing the shades that I got, I realized they were just not ones that I was going to use, so I kept 1 out of 5. And this one I like, but I really don't reach for it that much either. I kept it because it was unique to my collection, but I don't love the pigmentation on these. I understand why they were discontinued. I also got a whole bunch of these face masks from TJ Maxx. These came in a set of 5, so there was 5 of the pink lemonade and 5 cucumber. I've used up all the cucumber. I have 2 of these pink lemonade left, and I liked them. I think they were $3 or $4 for 5. Then I had a Kat Von D eyeshadow trio. This one is in Dreamer. No, True Romance. True Romance eyeshadow in Dreamer, it says, though. So it is a... No, that's not matte. That's a champagne-y shimmer color. This is a matte orangey crease shade and a shimmer brown with like gold glittery reflex. I've swatched this. I've never actually used this on my eyes ever, not once. I can't really tell you how I feel about it. I know that this particular line and packaging as well was discontinued. Realizing how much I haven't used of this haul bothers me, so I'm going to try to get better about this. My goal is to now try these things out and then report back in my next revisit of a haul, so we'll see how that goes. That's just in my head right now. Then I had the Wet n Wild lipstick crayon. This one is in Charred Cherry. It's a gorgeous mauvey purpley color, and I've only swatched it. I've never worn this. Maybe once. Not really though. And then this is the NYX Ombre Duo in Rags to Riches. I'm wearing both of these colors on today. The liner all over and then the lighter shade just in the middle, as you would do an ombre lip. And I've worn this a couple times and I do like it. So both of those products have made it past my massive declutter that I did. So that's a good thing. Anything that I'm keeping now, I like enough, or it's swatched well enough for me to keep. So that's good. Now I had some e.l.f. products. I had an e.l.f. illuminating palette, and I do like this. I have swatched this a couple times. I've also used this on the face a couple times, and I think they perform really well for highlighters. There are different shades in here. I think they'll probably work for a lot of different skin tones. They're not the most glaringly obvious highlights. They're not Becca quality highlights, but I think they're nice enough. Then I have the e.l.f. Brow Pencil. I love these. I've actually repurchased a couple of other ones, so this is a definite win for me in my book if you can find your color. The e.l.f. Pore Filler Primer, and I've tried this twice, and I do like it. I don't think it's my favorite pore filler. It is more of a white, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a white lotion. It's heavier than I like. It feels like a very, very thick lotion as opposed to something that really fills in your pores. But it does leave a nice slippery feel that, I don't know, I mean, it smells good, it feels nice on the skin, but it doesn't do as much for filling as I would like. Then I had the Serum Foundation from e.l.f. and I decluttered that. It was not my right shade and the coverage was just not something that I enjoyed, so I got rid of that. And then I had the Molten Shadows, and I just put one of these in my Drop 10 by Summer. That is a project pan that I'm doing, and I put the rose gold one into that project. These are really, really nice, but I have never used these on my eyes. I'm going to see when I use it in this project pan how I do with it, because I have no experience with them actually on the eyes. Then I have the smudge pots. I had a whole bunch of these. I love these. I knew I was going to love these. It was a repurchase for me, so these are phenomenal, and I definitely suggest these if you're looking for great cream shadows. Matte lipstick, and I have decluttered that. I actually didn't even open it, so that's going right to a women's shelter. I purchased it for an all e.l.f. look, and then I realized I have other e.l.f. lippies that I can use, and I just didn't want to keep it. I didn't like the color that I ordered online. Then I have the nude rose gold palette and the Mad for Matte palette. So this is the Mad for Matte and this is the nude rose gold. This one is very like Naked 3 leaning. This one doesn't dupe any of those other ones. But it is a great matte palette. I have not used either of these on my lids. Not either of them. So I will probably put this one into the rose gold one into a 1 month 1 palette and see how I like them. Probably not the all matte one, but I do know that I like the formulation of them in swatches, but I really have not used them on my eyes. So then I had a whole bag of free stuff that I got with my order, and all of that went directly to a women's shelter. I did not touch any of that. Then I had a Haute Look order, and I had a couple of Tarte products. So I had a Tarte gel liner with the liner brush. This one I used maybe 3 times. I like it just fine. I just don't reach for gel liner. I know that's going to go bad before I can use it. I also got this pressed gemstone shadow in Moonstone Bronze. It is beautiful, and I've never worn it on my lids. I need to. I don't see why I'm not. It is not a cream. It's just a pressed pigment, so I don't think it's going to go bad as quickly as a cream shadow. But that's gorgeous, and I've just never worn it. I also got the Poppy Picnic palette, and this one I have used a couple times. You're not going to see any progress on it because I've literally used it maybe twice. They are all matte shades and this gorgeous, gorgeous blush, but I just have not reached for this, so at some point I need to. And then I also got an e.l.f. waterproof shadow stick in Mocha Berry. That is that right there. This one, again, I have swatched, and it does great in swatches. It definitely is waterproof. If I don't get this off my hand, it's never going to come off, but I have never worn it on my eyes. So I'm hoping maybe this summer I can, since it's waterproof, but it's also darker, so I'm going to have to sheer it out a lot. So we're going to see how I can work with that. I don't know. In general, though, all those Tarte products I just didn't touch. And then last up in this haul was a couple of Morphe palettes. I had the 350 Shimmer, or 350, yes, 350S, which was the shimmers, and the 35 Warm. I can count definitely on, you know, my hands how many times I've used this palette. It's just not one that I reach for, and I don't know why. It's obviously gorgeous. It's just, I don't know. I guess I just don't reach for these. I reach for my Makeup Geek, and I don't remember to reach for these. This one I've not reached for at all. The 350 Shimmer I have. This one I've not used at all. I've swatched some of these colors, but I've never actually used them, which is shameful. So that was the entirety of that particular haul. So I had 22 items in that particular haul, 10 of which I know, love, use, 5 of which I decluttered, the rest of which I just haven't reached for. So not great when I've only used pretty much half of these, and 5 of which I decluttered, and bad me. This is a part of panning. I'm not going to bring any more in. I'm going to continue to declutter, continue to try to use things up, see what works for me and what doesn't. It was interesting revisiting this haul. It was a little bit unsettling to realize how much I haven't touched, but I think it's a good check-in for me, and it's just a nice grounding reality to know that things that I brought in that I was really excited about at the beginning of my YouTube journey here as a beauty video content creator, I was so excited to bring in to use, and then I didn't actually use anything. So good lesson learned, and now I'm going to go from here, try to use up some of these things that I still kept in my collection but just haven't reached for, and see how they work for me. And if they don't work, I'm going to go ahead and declutter them. So I hope you've been interested in checking in on one of my first ever hauls. If you guys like these, I will probably end up doing more of them because I think it's interesting for me to go back personally too and see how much of my hauls and how much of the stuff I'm buying I'm actually using, and what had worked for me and what didn't. I think that's also valuable for you guys to see what I'm bringing into my collection and then how I truly feel about those things. So if you liked this video, give me a big thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye guys.